Yeah, the question was if I had any contact, since it's my understanding DHS is running this investigation. I attempted to contact the individual that I was told was the overall commander at the scene, and I have not received a call back from them. We will continue to work together to gather that and make that contact and understand their process, but we have not had contact yet today. Rob.
How much investigative work were agents able to do at the scene and when they could get access?
We were not able to do really any work at the scene once we had access because it was quickly overrun and overtaken. That being said, we have been out talking to witnesses, gathering information, gathering various video, and we'll continue to do that work. You saw in the recent shooting in North Minneapolis, if and when it's prudent and we need to, we can always return at a different time if there's relevant evidence at the scene. The question is, do we know the identity of the federal agents involved in the shooting? Not only on this case, but the other two that have happened, the federal entity, Department of Homeland Security in particular, does not provide us that information. They have not provided us that information in this case as well. Yeah. So the question is, how do we ensure a thorough investigation if we weren't provided access to the information? It's complicated. You know, that's why the long history of jointly working investigations when the federal entities conduct their own investigation is really important. And we have a long-established process of doing that, and we'd welcome that now, or we'd welcome parallel investigations where they share information with us. And to be clear, the BCA will share everything we obtain in our investigation with them. To say that we can do this in the manner that our team normally does, which is a very strict and established protocol, that obviously is disrupted. When we don't have access to the crime scene, we don't have the ability to map the scenes that we normally would in that process, so it will be compromised in some level of getting all of that. The hope is that we'll use all the different tools available to take different paths to do the best that we can with the information that we do have. Yeah. So the question was about the warrant and then access to the scene. We took the step of getting the search warrant because we were denied access to the scene. So we thought that we'd be able to get access to the scene much like we would anywhere else by having an independent judge agree that we have probable cause to investigate the incident at the scene. That was provided the information to the Department of Homeland Security, and they said that this was a scene and matter being investigated by the federal government, and they would not allow us physical access to the scene.
So you arrived at the scene, you were denied, you go to a judge, ask for a warrant, though Judge Grant said warrant, you show up with that, and you're still denied.
That's accurate. We were denied after we provided information we had a warrant. Please. Yeah, the question was about, has local law enforcement lost the ability for the rule of law? I will tell you that I and other law enforcement leaders continue to have discussions about this. It is important for people to understand just across Minnesota that there are two different, sets of illegal entities in the United States that conduct law enforcement operations, state and local and federal, and then tribal and territorial. And normally, and under normal circumstances, we work hand in hand in partnership on a variety of different criminal investigations. Each and every day, BCA agents and local law enforcement across Minnesota are conducting violent crime investigations, drug investigations, human trafficking. We work together with the federal government all of the time. This is a situation where we're in a different place for a variety of reasons when it comes to this, and we need to find a path forward. You've heard various people say that we need to look to turn the temperature down. I look to turn the temperature down, not only because of a situation that all of us want to be in across the state of Minnesota, to be safe in our homes and communities each and every day, but importantly, so that we aren't in a position where there is, a standoff between local, state, and federal law enforcement authorities. We have a long history of working together in partnership, and we need to keep in mind that we're all safer, we're all better together when we can do that collectively together.
One more at the far end and then one more after that.
Mary Murphy with the Farm News Service. Were you able to confirm the identity of the man who was fatally shot, and then also can you confirm the whereabouts of the officers who were involved in the shooting?
The questions are, can I confirm the identity? I'm aware of what's being reported. That's who we believe the individual to be, but the medical examiner will be the one to officially identify them, or at least provide us permission to do that. The second part of the question was, do we know the location of the officers involved? And the answer is, I do not know.
One more?
Superintendent, Queen War Brady, question about past situations you guys have dealt with on this. Have you ever had a situation where the FBI has denied access to the scene like this? Under what circumstances have those happened in the past?
So the question was, have I ever had a situation where federal authorities denied access to a scene? Not in my, 20-plus years at the BCA and a situation like that. There's certainly investigations for, national security and sensitive reasons we wouldn't have a line of sight into, nor would it be our position to ask for access to information in those particular instances. In instances where there's really concurrent federal and state jurisdiction over a matter, I'm not aware of an instance where that's ever happened. So
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.